Hey guys, it's Jean-Claude, and we finally have our first display box of Keyforge Worlds Collide. And I figured let's just go ahead and start right off with the patron openings, get those over with this month, and then we'll see what I can get after that. So I'm sure somehow you guys will end up having the best decks as always, just sort of the thing that happens on this channel. And today's deck opening is going to be for Rick Fulford. Good luck to you. Alright, so a lot of you guys seem to be voicing a little bit of your opinions on how this set is going. Yeah, Saurians are just insane. I cannot believe what they did to Saurians. I mean, you got big creatures. Sure, they exalt themselves, which will eventually give your opponent some ambers, but man, I tell you what, the ward and just being plain big is good enough for those guys to survive. Alright, Rick, we'll just start right off with the left deck right here. And let's hope you get some new houses, and if you don't get new houses, let's just see something really cool we have not yet seen on the channel. I know there's some pretty cool artifacts we can find, and obviously just new cards in general, always nice. Maybe some new rares. Don't want to see any repeats from the last set. Starting off with Dis, Brobnar, and Saurian. This feels like it's going to be a mouthful. Zotful Tormundsen, the Spiky and Adorable. Spiky and Adorable, okay. Yeah, that's a thing. That is a really incredible Archon. Look at that. Wow. Huge fan of that. Circle of fire around the head. It's like the skeleton of some crazy creature. That is really cool. Okay, let's see what you get inside this deck. If you yourself would like to become a patron, we do these deck openings every single month for everyone at the $25 level. Also, just by being a patron at the 2 and up level, you have a chance of getting a random deck every single month. We open up 2 of those to give away. Alright, let's see what we're starting off here. It's Triumph. Whenever you play it, if there are no enemy creatures, exalt each friendly creature. If you do, and there are 6 or more friendly creatures, forge a key at no cost. Okay, a key cheat. This is really cool. You will need 6 creatures out, but with Saurians in your deck, it might be easy to control your opponent's board, so that's an awesome card to see. Stomp. 1 amber whenever you play it. Deal 5 damage to a creature. If this damage destroys that creature, exalt a friendly creature. Okay, looks cool. Ho! Gargantuan. 16 power, enters play stunned. Deals only 4 damage when fighting. Each amber that would be stolen is captured by a creature controlled by the active player instead. So instead of them being able to steal an amber from you, it's actually going on to one of their creatures, and you're going to be able to get that amber back. That's pretty nice. Oh, and you have 2 Gargantuans. Returgalum, 3 power play. Your opponent's keys cost +3 amber during their next turn. Reap, you may exalt this. If you do, your opponent's keys cost +3 amber during the next turn. Very good. Odiak the Patrician, 5 power, play, capture 1 amber. While he has amber on it, your amber cannot be stolen. Do love these dinos. Legatus Raptor, 4 power, 1 armor, fight. You may exalt it. If you do, ready and use another friendly creature. Chant of Hubris, 1 amber whenever you play it. Move 1 amber from a creature to another creature. 2 of those. Axiom of Grisk, water creature, destroy each creature with no amber on it, gain 2 change. This is going to be a pretty big card in this set. It is really good against the older sets, and I'm a big fan. And you have 2 of them. Very cool. And wait a minute, Sanitation Engineer. Do we just open up a Maverick? Wait, actually we did open up a Maverick. Oh my gosh, congratulations, Rick. This is really cool. I was going to say, I thought this was a Logos creature. But I also didn't know if maybe I was wrong. No, but this is 100% a Maverick. We got the symbol right there. Check this card out. 4 power, hazardous 1. Reap, discard a card from your hand. That's a great way to cycle through your deck a little bit faster, and that is really cool to get this in Saurians. So our first Maverick on the channel is going to a Patreon. It came out of a brand new box. That is actually really cool to see. Now we're on to Dis. It's Demon's Bane. Amber, whenever you play it, destroy a demon creature. That's a special rarity card, I believe. Yes, it is. This will be pretty good if our opponent's also playing Dis, because now we have a nice removal as well as an amber with it. Harvest time. Choose a trait. Purge each creature with that trait. Each player gains amber for each card they control that was purged this way. That's a fun card. Soul Keeper. It's an upgrade. Amber whenever you play it. This creature gains destroy. Destroy the most powerful enemy creature. Soul Fiddle, it's an artifact. Action, enrage a creature. Pretty good to use against your opponent's best Reapers, because they're typically smaller, maybe elusive. Now they're not able to use them. They're just going to have to sacrifice them into your big Saurian creatures. Obsidian Forge, it's an artifact. Amber whenever you play it. Action, sacrifice any number of friendly creatures. Then you may forge a key at +6 current cost, reduced by 1 for each creature sacrificed this way. If you do, destroy Obsidian Forge. Wow, we have 2 different key cheats in here. Each doing their own sort of thing. I like the odds of pulling both of these off. That is awesome. Rot Grub, 1 power. Play, your opponent loses 1 amber. Reap, archive Rot Grub so you can keep using it over and over. Not finished with you. Amber whenever you play it. Shuffle any number of creatures from your discard pile into your deck. Misery Exploit. Gain 1 amber for each damaged enemy creature. Malison, 5 power. Fight. You may move an enemy creature anywhere in its controller's battle line. Then, if it is on a flank, it captures 1 amber from its own side. Infernus, 4 power. Play. Purge up to 2 cards from a discard pile. Your opponent loses an amber equal to the total amber bonus of the purged cards. Whew. This card is going to do a lot of work against Coda. Big fan. Imp Spectre, 2 power. Destroyed. Purge a random card from your opponent's hand. Buzzle is 3 power. Skirmish. Play. Fight. You may purge 1 of Buzzle's neighbors. If you do, you ready Buzzle so you can keep using that skirmish effect. Might be necessary to purge some of your creatures just to get a problem creature off your opponent's side of the board. Now we're on to Brobnar. The floor is lava. Okay, that's a funny name. It's an artifact, amber whenever you play it. At the start of your turn, deal 1 damage to a friendly creature and 1 damage to an enemy creature. I guess that's pretty good, especially if your deck has some armor in it. And obviously having both Saurians and Brobnar, we have great odds of having the bigger creatures, so it's not going to hurt us too much. Rock Hurling Giant. This makes your return spin in every set so far. 6 power. During your turn, each time you discard a Brobnar card from your hand, you may deal 4 damage to a creature. Barehanded, amber whenever you play it. Put each artifact on top of its owner's deck. Skull, 3 power. Assault 3. After an enemy creature is destroyed by Skull's assault damage, give a friendly creature a +1 power counter. Okay, that's a cool way to beef up your creatures, and good odds are you're going to be able to have a couple targets for this guy to take out. Fire Breath Upgrade, amber whenever you play it. This creature gets +3 power and gains before the fight. Deal 2 damage to each neighbor of the creature this creature fights. I do like this card. See some more creatures though. Blood Money, place 2 amber from the common supply on an enemy creature. Tremor, stun a creature and each of its neighbors. Narp, 8 power, 1 armor. Narp's neighbors cannot reap. I know a lot of people are down on this card. Honestly, it's not too bad. Just put it next to your other Brobnar creatures you're going to fight with. Worst case scenario, this guy still can reap. I think some people forget that. Do your best to keep this guy on the flank. Gron, 9 tails, 5 power. Gets +4 power while it's damaged. Remember, it will have to survive the fight or whatever damage effect you do on it for the plus power to take place. Grok is 5 power. Fight. Your opponent loses an amber. Good amber control. Berserker Slam. I do like this card quite a bit. Amber whenever you play it, deal 4 damage to a flank creature. If this damage destroys that creature, its controller loses an amber. This is the closest we're going to get to stealing inside of Brobnar. You get an amber, they lose an amber, as long as this condition's met. And I highly suggest that's how you play this card. Alaka's 4 power. If you've used the creature to fight this turn, Alaka just play ready. And that was the last card of the deck. Overall, I am pretty excited about this deck. You got a Maverick, you got some great creatures, you have board wipes, you have a little bit of artifact control. This is going to be a pretty solid deck. If I'm remembering this correctly, let's get all of our amber up here. But yeah, I'm kind of jealous here. This looks awesome. Got some possible amber there. Oh, actually, whenever we had first opened Misery Exploit, I was like, I wonder how good this is going to be in this style deck. But now that I've seen one of the other cards, I look forward to talking about all that it can do. Let's see if that can get us some amber. This is a really cool Maverick. I like Sanitation Engineer. Okay, got some amber inside of here. Stomp and Triumph. Okay, let's count it up. We have 1, 2, 3. I'm definitely going to count these bottom ones for this one. So 4, 5, 6, 7. At least 1 from this, so that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Wow, okay, 18 amber. That is really good. We're going to pull up the amber control next, but if this has a decent amount of creatures, this deck is going to be extremely solid. All right, so let's check out the amber control now. Let's see, this is kind of amber control, but not really. I don't know exactly where I want to put the chance at this moment in time. We got to play a little bit more with this deck. But let's see here. Amber control, Berserker Slam, Grok. And then I know we had some for sure. Oh, Infernus. Man, that's a really good amber control. Malison will do it as well. Rot Grub. Okay, more than I was expecting. Excellent. I know we're definitely going to get it here with the Patrician. And of course, the big boy himself, Gargantodon. Because stealing is a pretty big part of the game. And this essentially stopping the amber from going to your opponent's pool is really good. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is really good. I love seeing 8 plus the 18 amber. This deck can definitely move and slow your opponent down at the same time. That is really, really cool. I love the fact that there's 2 key cheats in here, both kind of doing their own thing, both involving have as many creatures out as possible. The Obsidian Forge, I think there's a good chance you're going to key cheat with this. We'll know a little bit more as we go through and see exactly how many creatures in here, but I think this Triumph has a really good odds of pulling something off, just because I'm pretty sure there's a decent amount of Saurian creatures plus the others, but check it out. Hold on, it's towards the beginning, I believe. Yes, right here. These two Axiom of Grists are going to be a really big combo with this Triumph. I think this is going to be huge. Warding a creature, getting rid of your opponent's creatures. If they don't have Saurians, you're basically going to take out their creatures, and this Triumph is going to do a lot of work. All right, let's pull up the creatures, though. Let's just see exactly how many we have in here. Ooh, try to put that up with the creatures. Okay. Not a bad number inside Brobnar. Look to be at least 5 or 6. Okay, let's count it up. Give us at least 17. Any more than that will be excellent. 1, 5, 10, 15, 17. We have opened up an incredible amount of 17 creature decks in this set. I have heard a lot of people say that they get like 24 creatures, or they just think it's a very creature heavy deck, but we have not seen that yet on this channel. 17 is still a good number, so that was kind of the minimum I was looking for, based upon some of the other cards that are in here. But this deck's synergies and things looks really good. I'm a big fan of it. One of them, I just want to point out here, this Misery Exploit plus the Floor is Lava, that just looks like a lot of fun to me. It's at the start of every one of your turns you get to do this effect. So if you get this card early, you can just kind of spread out that damage, and then bam, maybe later on get like 3 or 4 Amber just from this card alone. Oh, you know what? I should have put Gallum up with the Amber control. So we'll make that number 9, because this is also going to prevent your opponent from making keys or make them spend more Amber to forge a key. So that's a really good card, and it definitely should have been part of the Amber control. Yeah, I think this deck is going to be pretty solid. You got the bigger creatures that are more likely to survive. You got good board wipes. You got good targeted removal. You got things to deal with smaller creatures, like even like that Soul Fiddle. Tremor will slow them down. Buzzle takes care of it as well. Rock Hurling Giant's really nice. Yeah, this deck, man. So I'm not ready to rate these things, but I'm very excited about this deck you have here, Rick. This is a really cool looking deck. I feel like it has every single thing you need. It doesn't have permanent artifact removal, but sometimes just putting the artifact on top of your opponent's deck is good enough, because it's going to take it out of play for at least one turn. And if your opponent has a really annoying artifact like Heart of the Forest, this will help you get around that. And if your opponent has a very heavy artifact deck, making them just redraw a whole bunch of artifacts for several turns is usually a bad thing. So sometimes barehanded could be an MVP against certain decks. Yeah, I really like this deck, Rick. I hope you have a lot of fun with it. This thing is really cool looking. I think it has a lot of little tricks you can do here. And you're going to have to let me know how this thing performs. You also have even a potential big Amber Burst card here with Harvest Time. So there's also a chance that Amber count can go way beyond the 18 I was saying. Congratulations, Rick. And for the rest of you, thank you very much for watching my videos, and I will see you next time.